Here are today's biggest moves on the Indian stock market, analyzed straight from the exchange filings by flashfinance.news. 10 stories, ordered by market value from the largest company down, what changed, the key numbers, why it matters, and what to watch. Let's get into it. Story 1. Aether Industries. Rupees 2,300 crore capex for Site 5 and strategic DOE partnership for silicones. What changed? Aether has transitioned from a specialty chemical manufacturer to a strategic R&D and manufacturing partner for global giants like DOE and Baker Hughes, while entering the semiconductor material supply chain. The key numbers. Site 5 total investment, Rupees 2,300 crore. Capex versus TTM revenue, 199.4%. CEM EBITDA margin, 28 to 30%. Expected asset turn, Site 5 1.5 to 1.75. Target CEM CRAMS revenue mix, 70% plus. Why it matters? The scale of the Rupees 2,300 crore capex relative to the company's current Rupees 1,153 crore TTM revenue indicates a massive capacity leap that could significantly re-rate the business if the targeted 1.5-1.75x asset turns are achieved. What to watch? Watch for the execution timeline of Site 5 Phase 2, FY 2030, and the commercialization of the DOE Silicone partnership, as these are critical for justifying the current high PE valuation. Story 2. Aequs. Aequs amends MOA to diversify into toys, consumer goods, and medical devices via merger. What changed? The company has formally expanded its legal business objects to include toys, consumer durables, and medical devices to facilitate the merger of 3 group subsidiaries into the listed entity. The key numbers. December 2025 revenue, Rupees 326.173 crore. December 2025 net profit, Rupees 42.679 crore. Working capital intensity, 296 days GCA. Koppal Toy Cluster Area, 400 acre. Entities to be amalgamated, 3. Why it matters? This represents a structural shift from a niche aerospace and defense player to a diversified contract manufacturing platform, potentially reducing cyclical risks associated with the aerospace industry. What to watch? Investors should monitor the regulatory approval timeline for the scheme of amalgamation and track how the integration of consumer durable and toy segments impacts the current net loss position and high inventory cycles. Story 3. Religare Enterprises. RBI rejects Religare Enterprises scheme of arrangement with Religare Finvest. What changed? The RBI has formally refused to grant approval for the internal restructuring and demerger between Religare Enterprises and its subsidiary Religare Finvest. The key numbers. RBI rejection date, 6th August 2026. Board approval date, 14th February 2026. TTM revenue, Rupees 8,461 crore. Market cap, Rupees 7,175 crore. Why it matters? This regulatory hurdle delays the group's structural reorganization, which is critical for its post-cap growth strategy and efficient capital utilization across its financial services portfolio. What to watch? Investors should monitor the specific reasons for the RBI's rejection and the company's ability to address these regulatory concerns in subsequent filings. Story 4. Global Spirits. Rupees 200 crore QIP allotment, Global Spirits issues 23.8 lakh shares at Rupees 840 per share. What changed? The company has successfully raised Rupees 200 crore in fresh equity capital, resulting in a 7.6% dilution of existing shareholding while significantly strengthening the balance sheet. The key numbers. Total amount raised, rupees 200 crore. Fundraise versus market cap, -7.7%. Issue price, rupees 840. Post-issue total shares, 3,14,61,293. MIT allocation, 43.86% of issue. Why it matters? The entry of blue-chip institutional investors like MIT provides strong validation of the company's growth strategy. The funds are critical for the Vision 2029 plan to shift the revenue mix toward high-margin premium spirits. What to watch? Investors should monitor the deployment of these funds toward the upcoming Uttar Pradesh distillery expansion and the reduction of the rupees 527 crore debt pile. Story 5. Mahangar Telephone Nigam. MTNL defaults on rupees 9,575 crore bank loans, total debt reaches rupees 37,396 crore. What changed? This filing provides a monthly update on the company's ongoing and massive debt default, quantifying the total bank default at rupees 9,575 crore. The key numbers. Total default amount, rupees 9,575 crore. Total financial indebtedness, rupees 37,396 crore. Debt versus TTM revenue, 46.1x. Overdue interest, rupees 1,780.27 crore. Sovereign guarantee bonds, rupees 24,071 crore. Why it matters? The default highlights MTNL's extreme financial distress. With debt at 46x revenue and a deeply negative net worth, the company is entirely dependent on the Government of India for survival. What to watch? Investors should monitor the progress of the 10-year partnership with BSNL and the government's asset monetization timeline, as the company lacks operational cash flow to service debt. Story 6. Bluspring Enterprises. 100% acquisition of LSG Sky Chefs, India, completed by Bluspring Enterprises. What changed? LSG Sky Chefs, India, has transitioned from an independent entity to a wholly-owned step-down subsidiary of Bluspring Enterprises. The key numbers. Stake acquired, 100%. Completion date, 6th August 2026. TTM revenue, rupees 3,382 crore. Market cap, rupees 2,586 crore. Target EBITDA margin, 6% by 2030. Why it matters? This acquisition is critical for Bluspring's pivot from a low-margin manpower provider to a higher-margin strategic operations partner, specifically targeting the food and industrial catering sectors. What to watch? Investors should monitor the integration of LSG Sky Chefs into the consolidated financials and watch for margin improvements in the food services segment in the upcoming quarterly results. Story 7. Aurum PropTech. Aurum PropTech to raise rupees 118.02 crore via warrants, Re-India stake to rise to 22.91%. What changed? The company provided granular details on the utilization of funds and updated the shareholding pattern to a fully diluted basis following regulatory observations from BSE and NSE. The key numbers. Warrant issue size, rupees 118.02 crore. Warrant versus net worth, -19.6%. Re-India post-issue stake, 22.91%. Investment in subsidiaries, rupees 90.00 crore. Strategic acquisitions allocation, rupees 14.00 crore. EGM date, 14th August 2026. Why it matters? The rupees 118.02 crore fundraise represents approximately 19.6% of the company's net worth, providing significant capital for its dual-track innovation and scalability strategy while strengthening ties with a global strategic partner. What to watch? Investors should monitor the EGM voting results on 14 August 2026 and track the execution of the Rs 90 crore subsidiary investment plan to see if it improves the current low ROCE of 1.0%. Story 8. Sumit Industries. 9.17% revenue growth in Q1 FY27, Rs 1,500 crore revenue potential from Nakoda plant. What changed? The company has successfully transitioned from a resolution phase to an expansion phase, securing Rs 199.75 crore in fresh capital to operationalize a massive capacity addition. The key numbers. Q1 FY27 total income, Rs 272.74 crore. Rights issue size, Rs 199.75 crore. Nakoda plant revenue potential, Rs 1,500 crore. Nakoda revenue versus TTM revenue, 197.8%. FY27 revenue growth guidance, 30% plus. Q1 FY27 EBITDA margin, 3.24%. Why it matters? The Nakoda plant acquisition represents a structural shift, potentially tripling the company's revenue base and improving backward integration, which is critical for a low-margin textile business. What to watch? Investors should track the commissioning timeline of the Nakoda CP plant in Q1 FY28 and monitor if EBITDA margins improve toward the 6% target as raw material prices stabilize. Story 9. Bajaj Healthcare. In the rating upgrade, Bajaj Healthcare debt facilities reduced to Rs 282 crore. What changed? India Ratings upgraded the company's credit profile by one notch and reduced the total quantum of rated debt facilities. The key numbers. Upgraded long-term rating, IND A, total bank facilities, Rs 282 crore. FY26 revenue, Rs 611 crore. Net leverage, FY26 to 0.1x. Planned capex, Rs 50 crore. Capex versus net worth, tilde 9.4%. Why it matters? A higher credit rating typically leads to lower borrowing costs and reflects the company's successful deleveraging and shift toward higher-margin CDMO and regulated market segments. What to watch? Watch for the commissioning of the peptide API facility in Q4 FY27 and the company's ability to further reduce its 200-day working capital cycle. Story 10. Advance AgroLife. 96% year-on-year revenue growth in Q1 FY27, new technical units to drive backward integration. What changed? The company has successfully transitioned from a trading formulation model to an integrated technical manufacturer, resulting in a massive volume and margin jump in Q1 FY27. The key numbers. Q1 FY27 revenue, Rs 330.4 crore. Q1 revenue versus FY26 total revenue, 98.18%. Q1 FY27 PAT, Rs 22.54 crore. Current installed capacity, 89,900 MTPA. Export target, FY29 20%. Client concentration, top 10 69%. Why it matters? Backward integration into technical-grade pesticides allows the company to capture molecule margins previously lost to external suppliers and reduces logistics costs through captive consumption. What to watch? Investors should monitor the timely commissioning of Unit 4 in Q3 FY27 and the progress of the Dahej facility, Unit 5, as these are critical for the company's margin expansion strategy through backward integration. That's today's market wrap. For the full AI analysis of every NSE and BSE filing, visit flashfinance.news. Like and subscribe for daily market updates. Educational analysis, not investment advice.